I don't know what the big deal is about the fact that Caitlin is getting a lot of love. She deserves that, and she's helped change this game just as a lot of other players have. But it is what it is. And I think that we are all benefiting from the effects that she's had on the game. And I just appreciate the way
When a Hall of Famer steps into a podcast and delivers more unfiltered truth than a finals post-game presser, you know women's basketball just had a moment. Lisa Leslie didn't just stand up for Caitlin Clark. She gave a masterclass in composure, perspective, and a lesson in humility. Angel Reese, hosting her own show, found herself in the middle of a conversation that had thousands tuning in, witnessing what can only be called one of the most elegant and well-delivered clapbacks in podcast history.
Going into my season 2, what's some advice that you would give for me?
Season 2, I can't wait to work with you some more. The biggest advice I have for you is going to be how you shoot your layups.
While the internet has been caught up in the Clark versus Reese saga, turning it into a blockbuster rivalry, Lisa Leslie stepped in with a completely different approach. She didn't take sides. She raised the conversation to a higher level. One day, she's applauding Clark's influence on the game. The next, she's giving Reese the kind of wisdom that goes beyond the court. This wasn't about rivalry. It was about growth. And let's be real, someone needed to say it.
But she literally got called out for missing layups. I mean, on her own damn
Let's take a step back. For months, it seemed like Caitlin Clark couldn't so much as take a breath without a WNBA veteran firing off a passive-aggressive comment or a well-placed side-eye. From envy-laced tweets to outright physicality on the court, it was obvious that not everyone in the league was eager to roll out the red carpet. So when Lisa Leslie, one of the WNBA's original icons, stepped up and said, "Actually, Caitlin's doing everything right," it landed like a buzzer-beating game winner.
You want to see more WNBA people saying this, and it's just so up.
This wasn't just another hot take from the sidelines. This was Lisa Leslie, a legend who helped lay the very foundation of the WNBA, who was throwing down dunks before they were mainstream, and who understands exactly what it takes to carry a league. So when she says Caitlin Clark is the real deal, the basketball world pays attention.
To understand that when one player eats, we all eat. And as we all get more opportunities, it just opens it up for everyone else. And I think Caitlin has said that even herself in certain interviews. And I love that. I love that she's not the player who's like, it's all about her. It's not. She's giving love and homage to those of us that have come before her. She shares the wealth with her teammates, and she doesn't have to do that. So I just don't, again, I don't know what the big deal is about the fact that Caitlin is getting a lot of love. She deserves that, and she's helped change this.
Lisa didn't just say Clark is good. She praised the how, not just numbers. She emphasized Clark's humility and her dedication to honoring the legends who paved the way. In a league where some players act like they invented the crossover, Clark's respect for the game's history was clear, and Lisa made sure to highlight it. In so many words, she basically asked, "Are you even paying attention?" While some are busy complaining about camera time, Caitlin is out here giving credit to the pioneers who made it all possible.
Listen, she's a competitor. She's a trash talker. She makes players around her better. She's exciting to watch. And quite frankly, I've missed seeing her. Being at Unrivaled, I wish that she was there. Like, I've missed seeing her play. So I really look forward to seeing her back out there. But as I do all of the WNBA players, like, we are really watching a very exciting level of basketball.
But let's talk about the real turning point. The moment that had everyone's jaws on the floor. Leslie didn't just defend from the sidelines. She went straight to Reese herself, sitting down with Angel Reese on her own podcast, in a space where Reese held full control of the mic and the edit button. Lisa Leslie went into full truth-teller mode. And what did she do? She looked Reese straight in the eye and called out her biggest weakness: those missed layups.
The biggest advice I have for you is going to be how you shoot your layups, period. Like, we're going to fix that. Yeah. That's fixable for you. And I think that's probably the biggest. I think your shot from the outside is improving. I love that your ball handling is good. Your defense is improving.
Let's pause and appreciate the gravity of the situation. You invite a legend onto your show, expecting some talk about the legacy, maybe a few laughs, and a bit of that girl power energy. Instead, you get your finishing struggles laid bare like dirty laundry in front of thousands of listeners. It wasn't cruel. It wasn't petty. It was real. And honestly, it was the kind of coaching moment Reese might never get anywhere else.
Game where she literally needs to put up like 300 shots a day. And I'm not kidding. like 200 or 300 shots a day, and that's missed layups. She's 6'3" or 6'4", can't hit a layup to save her life. And literal videos have went mega viral of just her missing layups in game.
Lisa didn't drag Reese. She taught her, and that's what makes her such a powerful figure. She didn't embarrass Angel. She elevated her by delivering the truth. The way a Hall of Famer would pull a struggling rookie aside and say, "You've got the tools, but your fundamentals need work." If Angel is wise, she'll take it as a gift, an opportunity to grow, not a knockdown.
You gotta go out there and prove yourselves. And listen, are we gonna get upset about 5, 6, 10 games less on television or not? I don't think we should. We have access to find these games now in a way that we never had before. And we have to appreciate that, and all these platforms that support the W.
What Lisa understands better than anyone in the league is that everyone benefits when the stars rise. And Caitlin Clark isn't just rising, she's skyrocketing. Leslie made it clear that Clark's visibility isn't a threat to veterans. It's a rising tide. More eyes on the league means more money, more coverage, more packed arenas, and most importantly, it paves the way for a future where both newcomers and veterans get paid what they deserve. Lisa even took on the drama surrounding Clark's TV time, addressing it head-on with a level of clarity that left no room for doubt.
Stephen A. Smith had a very interesting discourse with Fee recently over the number of games the Fever broadcasted this season compared to other teams who have also got stars on them. So I'm curious what you make of W's decision to lean into highlighting its star.
While players like Reese and others complain about the number of national games Clark's team gets, Leslie broke it down like a seasoned professor. "When one of us eats, we all eat," she said. In other words, if you're upset about TV slots, you should actually be thanking her for the audience boost. Leslie made it clear, Clark's success isn't taken away from anyone. It's benefiting the whole league.
We cannot deny what Caitlin Clark has done for the women's game. I'm not going to act like it's something that we don't see. She's had a huge effect, called the Caitlin Clark effect. Yes, have we ever had teams have to get into larger arenas to play against a team? No, we have not. So if we have more eyeballs on the game and Caitlin Clark brings that, why would we feel some kind of way because she has more television game?
Remember when some players and even ESPN tried to downplay Caitlin Clark's college success at Iowa just because she didn't win a national championship? It was a classic case of ignoring the bigger picture, her impact on the game, her skills, and the way she elevated women's basketball, championship or not.
Ooh, that's tough because you got to win one. I feel like that college is one of those spaces where you got to win one for them to even have your name in the conversation. And it took me 3 years to win mine, so it's
Curious if you think winning an NCAA championship is needed for that eventual GOAT conversation, greatest of all time status.
Absolutely not. I didn't win an NCAA championship. I was National Player of the Year. I won all of the individual awards, but sometimes, you know, it's very hard to win a national championship, regardless of how much people talk about it. Like, oh, you have to have it. It is one of the hardest things to do in a tournament where you have so many games and you're trying to get there. So yeah, shout out to all of the players who were able to win national championships, but it doesn't make a player who didn't win a national championship any less of an amazing individual player and the possibility to be in the talks of being a GOAT. For sure.
Then came the line that sealed it all. Lisa Leslie said, asterisk, Clark deserves this all of it. The attention, the endorsements, the hype, because she's changing the game. Asterisk coming from someone who literally changed the game herself. That's not just hype. It's a coronation. Leslie wasn't just acknowledging Clark's talent. She was recognizing her place in history, right alongside the legends who paved the way.
Hey, listen, Caitlin, I am so thankful for her. I'm thankful for all of these women and where this game is. And we have to step back and see the big picture and how it's impacting all of it.
So what did we witness? It wasn't just a defense of Caitlin Clark, nor just a critique of Angel Reese. It was a moment where one of the game's all-time greats reminded everyone how leadership truly works. You lift, you correct, and most importantly, you tell the truth, even when it's uncomfortable, even if it's on someone else's mic. At the end of the day, Lisa Leslie isn't here to play favorites. She's here to make the game better. And Caitlin Clark? She's proving every day that she's more than just a media sensation. She's a future Lisa Leslie has been waiting for.
Lisa Leslie is completely on the money here. And that's just a problem when it comes to a lot of the old WNBA, is that they just can't. They just can't not even wrap their head around. They can't just accept, okay, this person is more popular than
You'd think a player would dream of nothing but praise from a Hall of Famer, but instead of a standing ovation, Angel Reese got something far more valuable, a reality check from Lisa Leslie. And not just any critique. This was a straight-up masterclass on layups. Yes, layups. One of the first skills you learn in youth basketball. For someone who brands herself as a Bayou Barbie, Reese might need to add Layup Lab Rat to her Instagram bio.
It's just a fact. She is, it's more than a fact. She is not good at layups. But I was looking at her stats. I jotted some down right here, and she shoots an abysmal 39% from the field. She shot below 50% on shots less than 5 feet away, which is bad. And even worse than that is that shots from 5 to 9 feet, 13%.